we've had some really great fishing weather this March, but I gotta tell you, that's not the case today. It is blowing a gale. I'm here at the marina waiting on my good buddy, Andy Crawford. Andy and I have been friends for almost 3 decades. We're colleagues for 2 decades. And Andy now is a photographer for BASS. He shoots all the elite events, the open events, and also the Bassmaster Classic. An incredibly talented outdoor photographer. He's obviously got some time off right now because of coronavirus has forced Bass to cancel all their events. So he's coming fishing with me this morning, and I really want to put him on some fish, but man, these conditions are not the best. But you gotta go to know. Let's see what happens. All right, Andy and I decided to make a quick pass in a little cove here, looking for some topwater trout. It's the right time of year. It's the right water temperature. It's 75 degrees. What is not right, however, is the water clarity. It's terrible. It's not good at all, but we're still gonna make a pass. We're here, we might as well. I'm throwing the classic green bone chrome sheet dog, and Andy is throwing a rattle trap stutter step. That wind I mentioned is definitely here. Probably blowing about 10 or 12 right now, and I know it's gonna build. This is definitely not top water clarity of water. We're gonna do a quick flyby, and then I might go look on the southern side of the lake and see if we can find something there real quick. If not, we're gonna scoot into the marsh and just pray that water's better in the marsh. In true photographer form, Andy recognized that sun's coming up. Getting his camera ready. We're not gonna give this long, maybe 5 minutes.
I don't have any confidence on this top water.
You can throw a tight line, solid plastic. Cast and retrieve. Oh goodness. Dude, a big red just blew up on my cork. I don't want to hook him. I really don't.
And I don't know how it came up.
Oh, fish on, there we go. That's a speckled trout. Yep. I will take him. Yeah, it's a keeper. TKO, oh, came off. Came off.
Rookie.
So 1 fish, Lone Ranger.
All right, that's it?
Yep. Now we're gonna go. Man, I was nervous we wouldn't find this water today. This is what I like. This is good. All right, Andy and I gave up on that big bay. I had 1 speckled trout that came off next to the boat, and that's it. Didn't get another bite. Oh, I did have a big bull red blow up on my cork, but that was it. So we've come into the marsh. I kind of think there's probably a bunch of trout in the marsh right now, but we're gonna be targeting bass and reds first and see if we can run across any trout. I would not be surprised in the least if we do, but I'm throwing a Texas rigged Pro's Choice soft stick bait. Andy, what are you throwing, Andy?
It's a, I don't even know what
it's a brush hog. Isn't it? Yeah, it's a brush hog.
It's a make-believe brush hog.
It's a knockoff.
Yeah, knockoff. You fishing unpegged?
Now, yeah, I fish unpegged, and as a general rule, when I'm doing this, I like to hit the outside bends. That's where you have your deepest water.
Okay. Yeah, I brought some worms, so I'll probably switch to a worm, but everything hits a brush hog.
Ooh, come on, stay on. Damn it. I know what that is. That's those, they got a ton of little redfish in here, and you'll feel like brim taps. You'll definitely feel them, yeah.
So you're talking little redfish?
Yeah, I'm talking like 6 to 8 inch redfish.
Okay, yeah.
Every now and then you'll get a hooking one, so that's how you know what they are.
Yeah. The water's pretty in here. They ought to be here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna run across some fish. Water's gorgeous. There he is. Yeah, bass. All right, nice bass. On the June Bug Pro's Choice soft stick bait, and he tattooed it. I got more of these, Andy. Oh, you dog, you dirty dog. Throwing extra nice, Andy.
Yeah.
What size bullet weight you got on?
Oh, dude, I think it's like...
No telling, huh?
Yeah, I think it's like an 8.
An 1/8, wow.
1/8 or 1/4.
Now hopefully you can see the trolling motor foot. That shows you how pretty this water is.
Oh, I missed one.
You got thumped?
Yep.
In the Tranas or what?
Right to the right of it.
Okay.
Yep. Knocked the tail off.
There he is.
That's the hook, Todd.
He hit me really close to the boat. This, I mean, that's just a typical fish here.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
They eat good.
They're really good to eat. I tell you what I've begun to fish a whole bunch in these bayous is exposed jig heads for these bass and reds.
On the worm?
No, I'll fish a soft plastic, but if you can get a bayou that's kind of clean, you know, got some grass, but you can kind of throw to the edge.
Yeah.
And I've had so many days where I cannot get them to hit a Texas rig, and they are just drilling that.
Oh, really?
Yes. I don't understand it.
Weird. Oh, you moron.
He ate your lunch?
Well, I just picked up and he was there.
Okay.
And then I let off thinking maybe it was grass.
And then you felt him spit it.
Yeah.
Yep. Is it a fish? Is it not a fish? Is it?
No.
I've had that debate multiple times, and you feel him spit it. Like, yep, it was a fish.
Right, right.
We gotta find a red.
I mean, it's bulletproof. But man.
It's just hard to get used to.
Yeah. Well, you know, in the spot locking, oh my gosh. It's smoother.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Ugh. You see, that was one of those. It was a peck.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good hard hit. Now he was out in the middle.
I was gonna say, it looked like it.
He was don't.
Yep.
Get him, Crawford. Get him, Crawford. All right, it's a better fish.
Yeah.
Good fish. Dude, he's literally swimming in there.
Yeah, I bet he is. Nice and cool.
Did he peck it?
Just, I picked up and
And he was there.
I don't mind that.
You were a little bit out, huh?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah. Not as far out in the middle as I thought I was,
Uh-huh.
but he was not close. Like getting that first hit that you know, okay, now I know what it is.
Right. There he is.
Ow,
Yeah, he was out. He was where that other one was. That's a better fish. Oh, dude, you weren't getting off.
no, dude, I pegged mine at the top of it.
Oh, Crawford, you got a red? What you got? What you got, Crawford?
It's got to be a red.
Oh, nice. Beautiful red. Beautiful red.
Dude, there is little like setting the hook on a worm with a redfish. Come on. It doesn't
There you
break
go.
off.
It's a pretty red, too. He's got a bunch of spots. Count those spots, Crawford.
Count the spots.
Yeah, I want to know how many he's got.
All right. 6.
3 on each side?
7. 3 on one side, 4 on the other.
Yeah, to me, there's nothing more fun than Texas rigging. Like, it's just so fun.
Yeah.
It's off the...
And I like it when they've got that light bite,
Uh-huh.
you know, where you really have to,
Pay attention.
yeah, you got to decipher if it's really a bite.
Dude, the other day, Joel and I shot a video. We did 10 fish in 2 hours. We want to see if we can catch 10 fish in 2 hours. That was the challenge. And so we get to fish number 9, right?
Right.
That's the way it goes, right? And then you can't catch 10. Well, I changed my bait, right? And so I set the hook, get the fish, it's a speckled trout, all the way to the boat, go to pick it up, it comes off. So Joel's like, oh no, I can't believe it. So I look.
His line's running off?
My knot failed.
Oh.
I'm like, son, listen. He's like all mad. I'm like, son, I'm an old man. I can't see. I'm like, Joel, would you be mad at me if I was in a wheelchair? Would you be like, Would you be like, get up and walk and get your own bait? Cut me some slack, I'm blind.
This episode of Marshman Masson is brought to you by Matrix Shad and by Versamax Corks and by Bill Lewis Lures and by Sportsman'sOutfitters.com and by Death Grip Jig Heads.
Andy's taking pictures.
Yep.
Dumped it?
And still had it.
Dude, that was a Joel hook set. That was Joel-esque.
I couldn't catch up with him.
See if he's got a buddy.
He was right on the bank.
Ooh, yep, I got him for you.
Sure?
I got him for, oh, that's a big fish. Look at this bass, Andy.
That's a bag?
That's a gorilla.
Oh,
Look at this.
dude!
Look at this pig.
Wait, he got lost, huh?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, Pegasus.
How can you not love this? How can you not love this? Big old football.
Oh, let me switch lenses. I'm gonna make him look bigger. Make your head look bigger, too.
That's not even possible. I don't want to keep him out too long because I'm definitely not keeping him.
No?
You tell me what you want me to do.
Hold him up and bend him. I don't care if you hurt his freaking... Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, I heard him. I don't care.
You're a mercenary.
Yeah, Tommy Biffle. Hurry, Andy, hurry. Getting tired, she's getting tired. Yeah, I don't care. Okay.
He was right on the corner of that Trinas.
He was right on the bank.
Right where a good bass should be. Yeah, he was right on the bank. Ooh. Look at that. Stole everything. He done stole it all. You got him? Get him, Crawford. Yeah, you got him.
Gosh almighty, dude, he was swimming with
Is that a red? No, it's a bass.
He was swimming with
Yeah, you gave him 6 months.
Well, I know I did. I couldn't tell if he was there.
Oh, there you go.
Swimming and swimming.
Getting a little natty.
Yeah, I know. I've been bit a couple of times.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Oh,
Red fish.
a hook in a fish.
Red fish. But not a
He
keeper.
got multiple spots too.
He does. He's going to get to add to him because he's not 16.
I don't think so.
Sorry, dude. I'll check, but I know you're not. 15.
He nailed it.
Yeah, you see, I always do this. Like when I have trouble finding fish, I get impatient. I start fishing too fast. I'm like,
Oh,
what you got there, Crawford?
it'd be a redfish.
That was quite the hook set there, buddy. Crawford, you got a netter? What the heck you got?
I don't know. He's not wanting to come up.
Oh, that's a beautiful red. Beautiful red. He's not a netter, but he is pretty. He's an eater. Good fish, bro. Oh, what were you? That was a trout, I promise you. Caught me playing with the trolling motor. Yeah. We're gonna get up past this and throw back to that point. There's some fish on that point. Yeah, you got him. Trout, I told you. Yep, I got another one. I missed him. And he got a trout on this point. Not a bad trout either.
No, that's the first trout I've caught in
Long time?
a couple of years at least.
Yeah, I want to let you go.
I've got some. You know, 2 or 3 of them. I don't think I've ever used them though. Fishing. I almost brought what are they called?
There he is. Redfish. Oh, nice red. Hey, baby.
Swinging.
Look at this fish. How furious. Nah, I'd rather you net him. He's pretty big. Dude, check out that net. Look, you touch the button, it extends both ways.
Nice.
It's a very cool net.
Yeah.
Oh. Drag's a
I
little
haven't
tight.
netted a fish in years. I could knock it off.
Well, I'm losing fish today. Good job, Crawford.
I suspected I wouldn't lose him.
Let's see how we want to grab him. Do the traditional eyeball grab.
That's a pretty nice little net. I got the net that pulls into the handle. Like everything pulls in.
Uh-huh.
Like
That's an Ego brand.
this.
I just got it. I've only had it maybe 2 or 3 trips. I really like it.
Yeah.
Man, it's gin in here. Like if we got up sun, we could go sight fish these suckers. It's gin. Ah, and all this widgeon grass. Very untrolling motor friendly.
Yeah,
There he is. There he is. Bass.
You choose now to actually
No.
hook a fish?
Sorry, dude.
I don't know if I should go. And he's the kind of funny that like it's. You got one?
I had a bump at it. Oh, you saw that?
Yeah.
That's those small reds.
Like it's just genuine. It's just like that's how.
There he is. Oh, it's a trout.
Oh. And they're funny and I was building my career. We weren't going to
There he is. Oh, nice trout. Nice trout.
middle, huh?
Yeah, out in the middle. Right in the bend of this bayou. Limbo slice, matrix shad, 3/8 ounce death grip jig head. These fish, this time of year, move in these bayous to feast on all the bait fish. And I gotta tell you, we have seen just a ton of bait in this bayou. Haven't caught that many trout, but there are a few in here. And this is definitely a solid keeper. Everybody rants and raves about these pellet smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's a trout. I think he's foul hooked. Either that or he's got a big spot on his tail.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Got him hooked in the anus?
Now I think it's a red. I don't think it's a trout. Yep, redfish. Redfish.
Flip that one.
Yeah, I'm a flipping. About a 20-incher. Gotta get him heading toward the boat. Dude, they act so different in the springtime. It's incredible. Water temps are 75 degrees. And they're acting like it. Just perfect for them. Yeah, 20-incher. Oh, we're getting quite a box, Crawford. I mean, we're picking away. If you could just help. Oh, there he is. Speck of trout, speck of trout. Oh, a bass out here in the middle. Incredible.
Man, you got the sweet spot.
Yeah, come on up here. Come on up here,
I can
seriously.
cast around you.
Come on, dude.
Okay.
Oh,
Dude, you
there
gotta
we
be
go.
kidding me.
Another
What are you
redfish.
doing?
Another redfish. You want to reel it in? Come on, go ahead. Oh, no, it's not a red. Is it a bass?
Todd.
Oh, it's a baby red. I should have let you reel it in.
You should have quit trash talking.
Hey, little guy. Thanks for the fight. I'll see you next month when you're about 16 inches.
And then throw you on ice.
Right. I won't be so kind that time.
And you and I had them to Friday.
There he is. There he is. Speck of trout. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yep, still in the middle. Oh, nice trout. Nice trout.
I'm still not catching it. Whoa, easy.
All right. Get in the cold box with the rest of your buddies. All right, Andy and I are making one last stop for the day. The wind has really picked up. We're just running through a grassy bayou, see what we can catch on these Echo 1.75 crankbaits. Now, it's widgeon grass. It's not the most forgiving for fishing crankbaits, but at least it looks like in most areas it's got a pretty defined edge. We'll see if we can find some reds and bass and maybe even speckled trout on the edges.
It's always amazing to me that a fish can hit
I know.
a crankbait and miss the hook.
There he is.
There he is.
There's a bass. Not the biggest fish of the day, but at least this one got in the boat. Buddy, I got a spot for you. Now that one hit on a pause.
You hit the grass or the bottom or something, or you just stop?
Well, really, it's how I like to fish. I like to twitch, pause, twitch, pause. I can't get it out. Oh, there we go. Nice bass. Look at this one, Crawford.
Oh.
Look at this gorilla.
Nice.
Look at this gorilla. This Echo, I tell you what, it's just a ridiculous bait. Are you gonna go on my trolling motor? No, you're not.
I'm just trying to get out the way so you don't
Hook you?
hook me.
I wouldn't do that on
I was
purpose.
gonna ignore you, and then I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, look at this one.
Blonde-headed kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we went just kind of like
Down tighter, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we went.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Oh, come on.
nice bass. Well, keeper bass.
Killing my bite, man. It's killing my bite.
You gotta twitch that thing. I'm telling you.
I am twitching.
Oh, are you?
Apparently I'm not like you.
Like people just don't want to fish. They want to.
Well, they don't want to change.
They don't want to change, and they don't. They want to. Right. They want to go where their Oh,
Yeah.
goodness, that might be a red. Yep, little red. Throw in that corner, Andy. Might be another one there.
I can get.
I think this might actually be a keeper.
You think?
I think. Yeah, I think he's a keeper. But I could be wrong. I don't think he's 16. He's 15. So Andy, you and I worked together for years at Louisiana Sportsman Magazine. We both kind of reinvented ourselves since that stint, mostly because we were forced to, thanks to changing situation with print media. I kind of went the video route. You, on the other hand, went the photography route. You're shooting now some stuff for yourself, but also for BASS. What would you say are some of the more fascinating aspects of the stuff that you do for BASS?
Well, you know, it's all action photography. It's all sports photography. All day long, the light's changing. The way I shoot in the morning is different than I shoot in the afternoon. If it's cloudy like today, you know, is different than if it's a bluebird day. And so, you know, it's just sort of the challenge and the excitement of you never know what you're going to see in front of you. I'm always trying to stay on point because literally I can sit for 2 hours on somebody, get 100 casting shots, and that next cast is a 6 or 8 pounder. And when that happens, I mean, it's just like the angler. When he makes that 2 hours of cast with nothing, he's got to be ready when that big one hits. I've got to be the same. I've got to be up there and ready to shoot.
You know, photography is very, very similar to fishing. You got to be in the right place at the right time. What are some of the more interesting things that you've captured on the water? Have you maybe gotten a classic angler or an elite angler catching that winning fish that put him over the finish line? Or?
You know, one of the most memorable galleries was Chris Aldane, who is so much fun to shoot because he's really animated. When he hooks a bass, it's showtime, and it's not put on, it's genuine. That's just who he is. And it was at the Angler of the Year in 2018. He hooked this 6 pounder and it ran to the other side of the boat. My boater said, "Oh man, we're on the wrong side of the boat." And I said, "Well, you know, you just shoot what you can." And Chris dragged it all the way around the back of the boat, and I got one of the best galleries ever because I was right there. And he brought it to that side of the boat, and I got all of the action. It's those kinds of things that keep you going. It's those, you know, you can get bored out there. It's just like fishing. You know, you can get bored with just making casts and being in that bayou that's got nothing in it, or apparently nothing in it. And then you have those moments of excitement. I get geeked out about the photography. I mean, I get really excited when somebody hooks one and it comes up and it's fighting, and when it's all over, I go back and review the photos, and I've got that fish in the air fighting. And I'm fortunate that I get to shoot guys who, you know, they don't catch fish all the time. They catch fish a lot of the time.
So are most of the pros glad when you're there shooting them because they know you're going to get some exposure, or are some of them just like, man, I wish this guy would just leave me alone?
Most of them, you know, look, there's a symbiotic relationship. I've got a job to do, and they've got a job to do, and so we sort of have to work together. When I first started, I think there were some who they didn't know me very well. They certainly didn't know me as a photographer. And when they're fishing an area, you know, they don't want you in there, you know, messing it up. And so it took some time for them to trust me. And there were a couple of times where I had to just say, you know, look, I've got a job to do. I have to shoot you. Let's talk about it. Tell me when I get there where I can and can't go. And now, when I show up, in general, they're happy to see me. Now, sometimes, if they don't catch fish, it's my fault. And so they're happy to see me leave.
Man, what a fantastic day here in the marshes of South Louisiana, despite the wind. And let me tell you, it blew pretty hard today, but non-stop action from the start to the finish. Well, the start was not the best. We lost one fish, but then we pushed back into the marsh, found some trout, some bass, some redfish for the vast majority of a marsh slam. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. If you haven't done so yet, click the join button and become a member of Marshman Masson. Until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson.